The state of Kansas is currently dealing with the largest tuberculosis outbreak in history. Great. You might not have known about it because the Trump administration has paused all public messaging from the CDC and other health agencies. So, yeah, what are the details? According to Ashley Goss, Deputy Secretary of the Kansas Department of Health and Environment, as of January 17th, public health officials reported that they had documented 66 active cases and 79 latent infections in the Kansas City, Kansas metro area since 2024. Most of these cases have been in Wyandotte County, with a handful in Johnson County. So now, look, this has actually been happening since 2021. According to the CDC. Now, back then, of course, they were required to report these things. But now, thanks to Trump and his administration, we are no longer reporting these health updates. Now, this current outbreak is sourced to some Kansas residents who had visited the Federated States of Micronesia. Okay, cases linked to the outbreak were first reported in January 2024, according to KDHE. So far, there have been 2 deaths related to this outbreak, both of which occurred last year. One of the patients, an adult who received a clinical diagnosis of extrapulmonary TB disease, has so far declined treatment despite extensive measures on the part of public health and clinicians who stand by to render any aid should this individual want it. Why would you not want to get treated? I have no idea, but it's not good. The things that my mind goes to, like, oh no, you understand? I'm gonna go alternative medicine. I'm gonna take some ivermectin or something. Oh God, no. Now the current Kansas City metro tuberculosis outbreak is the largest documented outbreak in U.S. history, according to KDHE. In a statement, it's presently since the 1950s when the CDC started monitoring and reporting TB cases. This outbreak is still ongoing, which means that there could be more cases. But do not expect to hear about them, at least from the CDC or the Trump administration. At least until next month, perhaps. We don't know. A senior official with the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services last week instructed agencies such as the FDA and Centers for Disease Control and Prevention to temporarily halt public messaging, including advisories, scientific reports, website updates, and social media posts. Completely radio silent during, a TB outbreak, which you would think people want to know. So we got that going on in Kansas. We got bird flu. It's running rampant. Okay. Our agencies, though, radio silent. Shh. Be quiet. We can't report on these things. I don't know about you, but I believe that this sounds like a recipe for disaster. Why would you do such a thing? Why? Well, it is because the right wing has become so anti-science, anti-modern medicine that they no longer trust doctors, they no longer trust hospitals, they no longer trust science. You know who they do trust? Donald frickin' Trump. What, Dr. Trump? What? Then there's RFK Jr. 81% trust RFK Jr. And 84% of Republicans trust Donald Trump over doctors. Okay, the CDC, they don't trust CDC at all. HHS, FDA, don't trust them at all. Only 39, 42, and 39% respectively. Oh my God. This is the result, I believe, of COVID breaking people's brains. Okay? And the fact that you have an entire political party out there that has completely rejected facts. They're anti-science. Completely. I mean, it's insane how broken not only our healthcare system is, obviously, but how broken our media is. Absolutely. And look, here's the thing, right? I'm critical of Big Pharma. Why? Well, I mean, Big Pharma gatekeeps life-saving medication for profit. So that's my problem. Now, the right wing is like, yeah, we don't like Big Pharma either. Okay, well, why? Well, it's because they're infecting people with diseases that they're engineering. What? Wait, the government is engineering diseases, and then Big Pharma is, gets a lot of money in keeping people sick. What? No, that's not the real issue, okay? No, the real issue, like the science, for example, on vaccines is absolutely sound. The medications that they put out do work. What's going on here is you've got greedy pharmaceutical companies that keep those medications from poor people. They gatekeep them. But see, the far right will take a legitimate criticism of, in this case, capitalism, okay? Because that's what's going on here. These pharmaceutical companies, they're not socialists. They're not out here doing things for the betterment of humankind. No, they're doing it for a profit, okay? They're taking, in a lot of cases, research that is done by universities, which is publicly funded research, privatizing it, okay? Privatizing medications, using 100-year patents on it so that they can develop these, these drugs and then sell them at exorbitant prices. If you don't have insurance, well, they can lower the price for you. I mean, for example, if you've got like GoodRx, you have like a card from a website, your medication could go from like $1,000 to like $50. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense at all. But that's our system. It's insane. So, but instead of taking a legitimate criticism of capitalism, which is they gatekeep drugs for profit, okay, the right wing turns it into an argument against facts, just reality. And that's what they've done. Look, I don't think healthcare should be for profit. I don't think drugs should be for profit. Okay, pharmaceuticals. I just don't think there are certain things that should not be profitable. Okay, it shouldn't be for shareholders to profit off of. Shoes are one thing. Yeah, okay, yeah, benefit from shoes, benefit from cell phones and widgets, right? But like healthcare, housing, food, those things should not be commodities. You should not be able to profit off those, okay? Those should be a right. But anyway, that's kind of the difference between the right wing and the left, is they'll come up with all the sorts of crazy conspiracies just to defend the capitalists. It's insane. But this would explain why Kansas is facing a literal tuberculosis outbreak, which was in the United States solved with vaccines. Okay. But now we've got anti-vaxxers in charge of our healthcare. And since we do, and since, I think that there is a chance that Republicans will approve R.F. Kennedy to run our healthcare system. And if that happens, then I would expect more of these old-timing diseases to make a roaring comeback. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.